Hi, welcome back. It's me again, Miss Jen. All right, I missed you so much. I made 2 videos today. So, we ran out of time during morning meeting, but I really wanted to talk about this because I was very impressed about how you were able to say the word Indigenous and really take it and learn about it and give some predictions on what bugs you think are indigenous to Cranston or the state of Rhode Island. So here are your predictions. We're going to talk about it. So Lucy said that she thinks that bees, ladybugs, and dragonflies are all indigenous to Cranston. Now, let's talk about it. Have you ever seen a bee in Cranston or Rhode Island? Yes. So let's give it a check. Have you ever seen a ladybug in Cranston or Rhode Island? Yes, I know I have. So we're going to give that a check mark. Have you ever seen a dragonfly in Cranston or Rhode Island? Maybe some of you haven't, but I know I have, so I know that they've been here before. So we're going to give that one a check too. So Lucy, you're right. Those 3 insects are all indigenous to Rhode Island and Cranston because they live here. They may live other places too, but they definitely live here close to us. Nice work. Nolan Germain said praying mantis are indigenous to Cranston or Rhode Island. Now, I have a question for you. Has anyone ever seen a praying mantis in real life? They're very good at camouflaging, so you might not have seen one. I think I've only seen one once in my whole life, and I think I was like 9 years old. It was in my front yard on a tree. I remember it like it was yesterday, because they're very rare to see. So I can say that I've seen one, so I know that they are around here. And if you've seen one too, then that's really awesome. I hope you get another chance to see one again. So Nolan Germain, nice work. Praying mantises are indigenous to this area, Rhode Island, because they are here. They might not just live here. They might live in other places too, but they definitely do come around. So nice work, bud. Conrad predicted that ants are indigenous to Cranston. Now, I have a question for you. Has anyone here ever seen an ant? I don't believe it. Of course, we see ants every day. It's very easy to spot an ant. So I'm going to give that a check mark. Because ants, although they might live in other places, definitely live in Rhode Island. So we can say that they're indigenous to Rhode Island as well. Now, James predicted that flies, butterflies, spiders, and worms are all indigenous to Cranston and Rhode Island. Now, not all of James's predictions were insects, but that's okay, because we did say any kind of bugs were a prediction. So, and flies start with the letter F, which is very cool, because that is our letter of the week. So, nice work, James. So, have you ever seen a fly in Cranston? Yes, I know I have, so I'm going to put a check mark. Have you ever seen a butterfly? Yes. Have you ever seen a spider? I think we all have. So I'm going to put a check mark. And what about worms? I know many of you used to search for worms in the playground when we were back at school. So I know that we've seen a worm, definitely. So James, we've got 4 check marks there. And even though flies, butterflies, spiders, and worms might not only live in Rhode Island, they definitely do live here. So we're going to say yes. Those bugs and insects are definitely indigenous. They're from around here too. Nice work. Emmy predicted that bees, butterflies, ants, and red ants were indigenous to Cranston or Rhode Island. Now let's go over these. Have you seen a bee? Yes, we've definitely seen bees, especially on the playground. Have you ever seen a butterfly in Cranston or Rhode Island? Have you seen ants? We just talked about this one with Conrad. Definitely seen ants. Black ants, right? Now, the one that she added was red ants. Not all of you might have seen red ants. Have you ever seen a red ant before? Yes. If you have, they're a little bit scarier because you don't see them often. But red ants definitely can be in Cranston or Rhode Island. So Emmy, we gave all 4 of your bugs, and actually all of yours were insects, check marks because we have seen all of them here. So even though, like everyone else's, they might not only live in Rhode Island, but they definitely do come here and live here. So your insects are also indigenous. Nice work. Now, let's move on to Nora. Nora said ladybugs, flies, bees, and mosquitoes. Oh boy. So let's talk about ladybugs. Have we seen ladybugs around here? Yes. Have we seen flies? Yes, we have. Flies are a little bit annoying, aren't they? But they don't hurt you. Now, bees. Did we discuss that we've seen bees around here? Yes. So we can give that a check mark. And mosquitoes. Has anyone ever had the unfortunate event where they got bit by a mosquito? Me too. And what happens when you get bit by a mosquito? It itches, and it is not fun. So, do you think it's safe to say that they live around here? Definitely. Especially in the summertime, right? So we gave 4 check marks to Nora's predictions, and even though they might not only live in Rhode Island, we can definitely say that they're indigenous here because we do see them. Nice work, Nora. Lucas Hall said water bugs and daddy longlegs. So now, just in case nobody knows, daddy longleg is a kind of spider, and it has those really long, skinny legs. They won't hurt you, but they are a little bit scary when you see them. Or maybe you're brave and you don't feel scared, which, good for you if that's the case. So, water bugs. Has anyone ever seen a water bug? Maybe some of you have, maybe some of you have not. I've seen water bugs before. They kind of dance along the water. Look for them next time you're around a lake or a pond, something with still water, maybe on top of your pool if you have a pool at home. You can watch. Sometimes you'll see little bugs that are able to walk on the water. It's pretty cool. And daddy longlegs, I know that I've seen some. I know that we've probably seen one in our classroom once or twice. And then we capture it and we let it loose outside back into its home where it can stay and belongs, right? Yes. So even though there might be spiders and water bugs in different parts of the world, we definitely have them here. So we can say that they are indigenous because we do see them. Now, Olivia said butterflies, ants, and the big blue bug. So now butterflies. Did we discuss that we've seen butterflies here before? Yes, so we're going to give Olivia a check for butterflies. Have we seen ants? Did we discuss that? Yes. So we know that ants are indigenous to Rhode Island. Now the big blue bug. Maybe you haven't had the privilege of seeing the big blue bug. If you haven't, I'm going to show you a picture right now. This is a picture of the big blue bug. Now this big blue bug is on top of a building on the side of the highway. Maybe you've seen it. If you haven't, maybe you can ask your mom or dad or family member who can drive to take you for a ride to show you where the big blue bug is. It's very cool to see. And they dress him up for different parts of the year. So in the summertime, he wears sunglasses and he sips on an awful milkshake. And in the wintertime, he's got a big Rudolph nose. And right now, he's wearing a mask just like everybody else in the world. So it's pretty cool. I highly suggest taking a drive to go see it. So Olivia, the big blue bug is definitely indigenous to Cranston or Rhode Island because there is no other big blue bug like that in the world, as far as I know. So awesome job. That is the most indigenous animal in Rhode Island. Nice work. So we're going to give that a big check mark. So I have to say, I am super duper proud of every one of you who made a list of predictions because you're absolutely right. So you're smarter than you think because indigenous is a big word. But look, you knew exactly what it meant. So keep working hard. I'm super duper proud of you. But before we go, I want to talk about some animals that are not indigenous. So we talked about what was and what we do see in Rhode Island. Now these are animals that we usually see when we go outside, and they'll be flying by. But now, do you see scorpions in Rhode Island, usually? Do you know what a scorpion is? I can show you what a scorpion is. But you might not know what it looks like because they are not indigenous to Rhode Island. Scorpions, we don't usually see because they don't live around here. That is what a scorpion looks like. So scorpions are not indigenous. Now what about, let's think. I'm going to try and think of something that we don't usually see. How about polar bears? I know it's not an insect, but do you ever see polar bears in Rhode Island? No, you don't, because they prefer to live in colder climates, just like we learned earlier in morning meeting. They prefer to live where it's very cold. So we don't see polar bears because they are not indigenous to Rhode Island. So I hope that helps you learn about what it means to be indigenous and what it means to prefer different kinds of climates. So you did an awesome job today. Again, I am super duper proud. You made me so happy and my heart is full because you are learning even from a distance. And that is the best thing that you could ever do for me as your teacher. Have a great day. I will see you at story time. We are going to read a book called Inch by Inch. See you later.